In a new threat assessment hearing, national security leaders are warning of China's growing relationship with Russia, despite Beijing saying it's uncomfortable giving any military assistance to the Kremlin.
Those hearings also warn of an ongoing conflict with the Iranian regime and North Korea's nuclear ambitions. But one country is front and center when it comes to national security. Our Tom Dempsey's live in Washington, D.C. with more on day 2 of these hearings. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Mitch. Yeah, later this morning, top leaders with the NSA, FBI, and CIA will be all back on Capitol Hill to talk about the greatest worldwide threats facing the United States. And if Wednesday was any indication, China will be a very big focus of these meetings. In fact, the top leaders spoke to lawmakers about how China could be the greatest consequential risk to the United States national security. These meetings with the intelligence leaders are part of an annual assessment held with lawmakers so they can raise any sorts of questions and concerns with the intelligence leaders. On Wednesday, the Senate got its chance to hear more, with China really emerging as the top concern. Tension obviously remains very high right now, especially after that spy balloon incident earlier this year. One issue leaders focused on was TikTok, the video app used by millions of Americans and owned by a parent company in China. The intelligence leaders say U.S. data could be vulnerable to the Chinese government and used for spying purposes or to access sensitive technology.
Could they use it to drive narratives, like to divide Americans against each other? For example, let's say China wants to invade Taiwan, to make sure that Americans are seeing videos arguing why Taiwan belongs to China and why the U.S. should not intervene?
Yes, and I would make the point on that last one in particular that we're not sure that we would see many of the outward signs of it happening if it was happening.
The leaders also shared how China still believes in easing some of the tension right now with the U.S. as it deals with a slowing economy and other issues of its own. The intelligence leaders also shared how they believe China may be uncomfortable providing weapons to Russia for the Ukraine war, despite the relationship deepening between them. And on that note, with the Ukrainian war, the intelligence leaders warned that Russian President Vladimir Putin could be taking more of a defensive approach in the months ahead with the war, just trying to hold on to the areas occupied by Russian forces. And they warned that Russia could be looking to prolong this war in Ukraine for years. Guys?
Tom, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.